I want to bring you to the DNC in the US once again because apparently some interesting things have transpired over the last 24 hours. So I want to bring you to this Daily Wire article actually. I usually bring it to a Daily Mail article, but this time it's different. So apparently the National Guard is on standby. Remember back in 2020 when the Black Lives Matter riots happened and the Summer of Love, some would say, and the Democrats didn't send in the National Guard to protect their own citizens. No, they wanted them to stand down, not do anything. So they kept the riots going on for a couple of days more, probably. But when it comes to their own supporters in a convention like this, they have National Guard on standby, and if a riot happens, they will 100% actually use these National Guardsmen for to quell the riots. It is 100% sure. Businesses in the city have boarded up their windows as if a Category 5 hurricane is about to make landfall. I don't have any pictures of this pulled up, but I've seen it. Massive fences have gone up in residences' front yards on the west side. So apparently, fences aren't racist anymore. Walls or borders are not racist anymore. As the police brace for riots. And you know what all that means? Today is day one of the Democratic National Convention. I think this summarizes is actually really perfect. Yes, the absolute state of this. So I wanted to show you this other post. This is from Ollie London, I believe. Yeah. So apparently they got gender neutral bathrooms or restrooms. I don't have too much of a problem with this. I mean, it is a convention after all. You gotta make up for the lack of space with a lot of people. It makes sense. Have you seen the lines to a Taylor Swift concert, for example, where the restrooms are just dominated by women and the men's restrooms are occupied by women as well? Yeah, this is actually a good solution to some of those problems. I do, however, have a problem with this gender neutral prayer room, which I'm going to show you. Oh, it's actually up here, but I'll show you this. Do you ever want to know what a gender neutral prayer room looks like? Well, I'm going to show you. This is what a gender neutral prayer room looks like. I guess I got some mats over here, some, I don't know what that is. But I don't see a cross anywhere. Do you see a cross? I don't see Buddha anywhere. They just this is just for one religion, is it? They should have like what, one prayer room for each different religion, and you know, not to be gender specific, but you know, we have one gender for males, one gender for female, one room for females, one room for gender neutral people as well, for every single religion, because this isn't it. This is only for Muslims, it would appear, right? Kind of strange. Kind of pandering, right? So, I wanted to show you this. This is from Andy No. In contrast to the 2020 riots, where police and Democrat politicians could not or would not stop the Black Lives Matter Antifa riots, which I spoke of before, the leftist direction action at the DNC on Monday was quickly shut down after rioters broke the first fence. So, if you're breaking a fence, that is righteous, but it's illegal to have one. You know, it's racist to have fences to block out people who are violent. Strange. It's just breathtaking. It's baffling to me that these people, they are Democratic supporters. Sure, they make some good sound for the Democrats, right? They just make these, well, for the Republicans, I would say, because these people, they are annoying and irritating and very loud. They are obviously Democrats, and if someone is just passing by and see this, don't you think they will vote Republican? I think they would, honestly. I would, if I saw something like this happening at the Democratic National Convention. I would definitely not vote for these people. I wonder what percentage of people in this place is just mentally ill, honestly. I believe it's like, what, 60% of all liberal white women are young liberal white women are mentally ill. I wonder how many of these people are mentally ill. It's probably in the higher percentile, is it? Like what, 70% of these people? Jesus. Leftist protesters are taking down taken down their autonomous zone occupation outside the DNC after a standstill with police. So they made their autonomous zone. Yet again, we had something similar. Was it Seattle? Where a guy died, or I don't know how many people died. I don't know, what is it with these extremist leftist people that want to make these autonomous zones? I just don't get it. The thing about this is that do you recognize any of these people? Not specifically like this person right here, but we have the same types of people in Europe, right? These lunatics, these far leftists, they're everywhere. They're like a plague on society. And this is what happens in the US with the DNC. I believe the same thing could happen, say for example, on a riot when it comes to Palestine or something like that. Because these people, they share the same thoughts, ideals, and their way of thinking. Or simply their way of violent thinking. That violence solves problems. These people are very much the same as the people in Europe when it comes to extremist views, or simply tactics used by these extremists right here are very similar. And I believe people like this are in Europe as well and will cause a lot of trouble in the coming years. Hopefully not, but we'll just have to wait and see. These Free Palestine people, they're going insane, I think. And you need to keep a very close eye on these people, because they are going to create a mass protest, which eventually turns into riot, probably, in multiple countries, honestly. Multiple cities, at least. So, yeah, this is just speculation, of course. Just keep that in mind. But I think this is what happens when a lot of these far leftists gather. They create autonomous zones, and they dominate the place like this with their own ideology, and it creates a lot of problems. I think I'll just leave it there, honestly. Leave a like, share, and subscribe. This does definitely help me. See you in the next video, probably coming up tomorrow.